On the 30th of April 1934, when David Turner returned home from work, he could not have predicted the events of that day, which unfolded in his family home. On arriving just after nightfall, he found the door locked, so he went to retrieve the key from its normal hiding spot, but it wasn't there. David decided to go check the back door, but he also found it locked. Perplexed, he then went back around to the front. He then heard faint footsteps from inside the house, and the front door had been opened several inches. Once inside, he was consumed by the darkness. David switched the light on and briefly saw the figure of his wife disappear back through the hall curtains. She did not speak, neither did David. He followed her back into the darkness. After a loud thud, David turned the light on. His wife, 36-year-old Martha Turner, was on the ground in a pool of blood. Her throat was sliced open and her wrist cut. On the floor beside her was a crimson-covered razor and an axe. Unfortunately for David, the horror was just the beginning. When David checked his daughter's bedrooms, he saw his youngest 8-year-old Eliza lying in her bed. Her skull had been crushed in with the axe. Blood and brain matter decorated the wall red. David's other daughter, May, aged 10, had suffered the same fate. She was in her bedhead, smashed in with an axe. Remarkably, for the time being, all three were still alive. But where was the monster who viciously attacked these three women? Was it still in the house? She was. Poor little Eliza died soon after. May died shortly after arriving at the hospital, and Martha a few days later. A note had been written and left on the kitchen table earlier. It read, "After being followed all day, I need to die with my children." In the last 6 years of her life, Martha seems to have become obsessed with spiritualism, attending meetings, participating in seances. It was at one of these spiritualist meetings that apparently she heard spirit voices who warned her that domestic worry lies ahead. A few days before the picturesque Turner house turned into a slaughterhouse, David and Martha attended a dance at Oakley Memorial Hall. David observed Martha to be very quiet. On return to their residence, Martha started throwing around odd statements. These included that she thought everyone was against her and talking about her. She accused David of being out in the backyard waving to people out the front. As well as that, she thought someone was following her. The consequences of the crime seemed to be that Martha attacked and killed herself, as well as her children being of unsound mind. In today's terms, it seems Martha Turner was suffering from severe paranoid schizophrenia, haunted by the ghosts and demons of the 21st century. Or maybe this is just a way of explaining away something we don't truly understand or we don't want to admit that exists.